Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. Well, hopefully I can get through this without my roosters back here making too much noise. Every time I get out here, especially Antonio, the adult, he just feels like he's got to come over to the deck and start crowing every few minutes. It's frustrating, but I usually try to cut some of them out, but some of them I leave because, well, you know, it just shows you it's real life. So anyway, today I'm talking about the benefits of eggplant. Now, I'm not a huge fan of eggplant, but I learned through one of my videos that I did, where I read people's testimonies and natural healing testimonies. At this moment, I have 12 videos in that playlist, and there'll be still more to come. But in one of the videos, but I'll make sure I link to it down below, there was a lady who was sharing how she healed her husband with an eggplant tincture, and I never even heard of an eggplant tincture. So I'm like, well, that's interesting. I think I'm going to make one just for the heck of it. So I ordered up a couple of eggplants from Misfits Market because I can get organic from there, have it delivered right to my door, and then dried them up, sliced it, dried it, and then started my own extract. So, when it comes to making tinctures, you can make them. There's so many. That's the young one. I actually got two young ones. I just heard the other one over here trying to crow. 3 roosters right now. But anyway, what I used in this one, because of what it is, I felt like I could get away with just using my own homemade wine instead of having to go with the high proof alcohol. I find that for most cases, my homemade wine makes a really good extract and works well. And so, in fact, my pain remedy extract I make with homemade wine is a 50-50 blend of homemade wine and raw honey. It gives it a better flavor and it works great. It's my best one yet. So you can make a good medicinal extracts without having to use high proof alcohol or even alcohol at all if you can't have it by using homemade vinegar and raw honey. Or if you're not making your own vinegar yet, which you should, super easy, then a good store-bought organic apple cider vinegar or whatever's available. So anyway, because of that, I decided I should do a video on the benefits of eggplant. So I pulled a bunch of information together. What I'm going to link to in the description box is the NIH article, which is the publications on NIH are always very in-depth, but it does prove that a lot of these things I'm going to bring up are indeed true through the research that's been pulled together on that. So let's start off with the nutrients that you're going to find in eggplant. Obviously, they're very high in fiber and protein. They have a good source of protein. In fact, Stacy from Off Grid Doug and Stacy has a video on making burgers instead of using meat, using thick slices of eggplant that she grills and then puts them in the burger. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, there's a great option right there. They also have manganese, potassium, magnesium, copper, calcium, vitamins K, C, B6, niacin, and thiamine, and I think some other B vitamins as well. Now, one of the things that gives it many of its great benefits is that especially if you're getting the purple ones, but any of the eggplants really, but especially the ones with the darker color, the darker the purple or blue-ish color of any kind of vegetable or fruit means it's going to be very high in antioxidants. So blueberries, blackberries, or a couple others. But anyway, when you're making your tinctures or extracts, or even cooking with it, leave that skin on there because that's where a lot of the antioxidants are, which is what gives it a lot of its benefits. So antioxidants themselves are very helpful at protecting your cells from damage, which means it's going to be anti-aging as well as anti-cancer, and also helpful at preventing many kinds of chronic diseases. It's good for overall heart health and reduces the risk of heart disease. It balances cholesterol. It helps to control blood sugar levels, so very good for diabetics. It can help with weight loss by increasing the metabolism. It's anti-inflammatory, though it is in the nightshade family, which some say nightshades can cause more issues like with arthritis, but when I looked deeper into it, there was no real studies to prove that was true. So it might be a case-by-case situation. So just like with anything, if you find it, consuming it in any form causes more issues, that means you just need to stop or reduce the amount you're consuming. Eggplant is also good at improving digestive health. It strengthens your bones, so it's going to also help stave off osteoporosis. It supports and strengthens the immune system. It is good for skin health, so that can be applied topically or, just consuming it internally. It also may help relieve stress and help with anxiety. It can help with asthma, which would tell me it's probably good for respiratory health in general. It can help improve liver function, which also would then tell me it's good for helping to detox. So anything that's going to help your kidneys and your liver function properly is what you're looking at when you're wanting to detox. Because those are the systems within the body that are made to do that. So your body already has parts that are made to detox, but helping those things to be healthy is going to help your body detox itself better. It is also helpful at supporting reproductive health in both men and in women. As you probably have figured out, even though I'll be cutting a lot of this out, all 3 of my roosters have been feeling the need to come over to the deck when they were way over there somewhere and make noise because I'm out here talking. Little poops. Anyway, now the ways that you can use it. Obviously, you can add it to all kinds of different dishes. Since I'm not one to use it much in cooking with, I personally don't have a lot of recipes for you, but I tried eating a piece raw and really hated it. Some people like it that way. My personal feeling was yuck. But this is leaving the skin on, but when I sliced it up and sauteed it in butter and some homemade wine, along with onions and garlic, it did take on a pretty nice taste. I actually liked it. I wouldn't say it was my favorite thing, but it was good enough that I did enjoy it. But you can look up all kinds of eggplant recipes online. You can find tons of them. There's eggplant parmesan and, stir fries and so much more. But other ways that you can use it is taking it and mashing it up and mixing it with honey, yogurt, and oatmeal and use it as a facial mask, or just blended with olive oil and lemon juice, and it can be an anti-aging serum. I would assume in that case you would possibly strain it out if you're something you're going to put on there and leave. I don't know if it's something you leave and wash off, but I just came across that, so I thought I'd share it with you. It can also be made into a paste for applying to insect bites, so that's going to reduce inflammation, and I would assume also help to draw out the venom. I know plantain is excellent for that. That's been my go-to when I get stings or insect bites. It can be steeped as a tea to make a skin toner, so a lot of skin related stuff I came across, and that's used topically. You can also blend it up with coconut oil, aloe, vitamin E oil for a face cream. I haven't tried any of these. Seems to me like it wouldn't absorb well, but again, I'm just sharing with you some things I came across. You can also use it, especially if you cook it first, and then blend it with olive or coconut oil and use it as a scalp treatment to help with hair growth. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then, of course, you can tincture it to take it internally, and I would think you could also take the dried plant and just make a tea, maybe add your own herbs and stuff in there to give it the flavor you'd want. And another idea I had, because I have another eggplant I'm going to dehydrate up, is to powder it, is to dry it up, powder it, and then you can add it to all kinds of different things, from smoothies to soups and so much more. Casseroles, put it in with your whatever sauce you're using. So just a few ideas there, and for anyone else who has some great ideas on ways to use eggplant to either include it into your diet or to use it to help with various ailments, please share with us your experiences down below. We really appreciate that. And also know that I'll be linking to my full playlist on herbs and more benefits and uses in the description box down below. And if you're on Rumble, it's now 2 different playlists, because Rumble, unfortunately, at this point only allows, thankfully they have playlists now, but we're only allowed 69 videos per playlist, and I have well over 100 videos in my herbs and more playlist, so series. So yeah, I had to make 2 separate ones. Anyway, so I'll link to both of those if you're watching me on Rumble. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless. There's so many that eventually will be narrow. Have been. So let's start off by, of course, everybody's coming over here. Shush! I find that for most cases, my homemade wine, eggplant is in that family. So just be aware of that.